We are less than 5 weeks away from 2025. So, whenever you're watching this, even if it is in the new year, I just hope you watch this all the way through, you take notes. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm going to be going over my top 5 tips for you to be successful in 2025. I care about consciously creating level ups across the board for women. I myself have had a massive transformation over the years, not just physical, it's something that's mental. My whole life has really changed. I went from working a part-time job at European Wax Center, living in literally the ghetto, like in a moldy apartment. I ended up getting mold toxicity, driving my beat up college car, struggling with self confidence and self worth. And that reflected into dating and friendships. Wasn't confident in my body. I look back at that version of myself who like couldn't make rent, who didn't feel good on the day to day basis, didn't have trust in the universe. I'm like, wow, what a shell of the version I am now, who lives in her dream Miami apartment, 2 bedroom, drives my dream car, literally created my own business. Obviously, the physical transformation is there, but there's so much underneath the surface. The physical is just like an added bonus, truly and honestly. There's gonna come a time where you feel like things aren't moving fast enough, where you feel like you're watching other people transform and it's not happening for you. And I want you to know that your unique journey is perfect for you, and just to not give up. The day you give up is the day you kiss all your dreams goodbye. And sometimes it can get exhausting to be on this never ending pursuit of glowing up and leveling up. And what do I do to level up my life? And how do I take things to the next level? Trust me, I've been there, but we were put on this earth to evolve. You may be asking yourself what your purpose is in this life, and your purpose is to evolve and get better. So, as exhausting as it may be to be in this constant, never ending pursuit of wanting to get better and be better, understand that is our true purpose. The moment you throw in the towel of like your goals and the things you want isn't the moment that it just all ends. It sits in your subconscious and it makes you feel bad. It's constant energy going towards that one thing you gave up on, the body that you want. Like, it just doesn't go away. It just sits in your subconscious, builds up sticky energy. Because the one thing I can tell you right now is if you desire something, there is a reason for that. You are meant to fulfill that in this lifetime. So God will continue putting that desire on your heart, in your head, until you move and take action again. Tip number 1, take imperfect action. The people you look up to that have the body you want, that have the things you want, they took action. They didn't know where they were going. They didn't know the plan. They just hoped and had faith. A mustard seed of faith will get you a long way. That the next 5 feet were always going to light up, and they always do. I promise you. You don't get to stepping without God intervening and showing you the next 5 feet. But we get so scared that we can't see the entire plan laid out that we don't move at all. And so I'm telling you right now, the people that have the things you want, the body you want, you name it, they just moved. If a desire got put on their heart and in their head, they took action. So if you've been saying you wanted to lose weight all of 2024, whatever you stepped into 2024 wanting to do, if you are still ending it, this isn't to make you feel bad because this happened to me in 2023. You're still ending the year with the same desires that you have not taken action with. When are you going to wake up? You just let a whole year of your life, we're not promised tomorrow and we're not owed tomorrow. Are you going to let a whole nother year go by not having the things you want? Because here's the other thing, when a desire weighs on our heart like that, it takes up energy. It is quite literally one of the biggest energy leaks you probably have in your life without you even realizing it. It's causing fatigue, it's causing emotional exhaustion. And although we don't think out of our subconscious day to day, you stuff it deep in your subconscious. And when you sleep, your subconscious turns on. So you may have nightmares, you may wake up exhausted. You may even be waking up in the middle of the night because you're stressed. I think a lot of us, where our dreams are going to go to die, is us being obsessed with things needing to be perfect. And I think people using perfection and wanting things to be perfect before they take action is simply just using that as a crutch because they don't want to start. Figure out why you don't want to start so bad and think of the next smallest step towards that thing for you to rip the band-aid off. Because like, I've seen people, I've been a fitness and nutrition coach for what, 4 years now, and I've seen people have crippling gym anxiety because they haven't been in the gym in 3 years, 4 years, like a crazy amount of time. And the one thing I always tell them is that anxiety stays true until we rip the band-aid off. And you're going to be so shocked about how many gym sessions it actually takes for you to have zero anxiety. I'm talking like 2, 3, 4 max. So is the cost of not taking action pricier than just the cost of taking action and the discomfort of taking action? Most definitely, almost 99.9% of the time is. It is more costly to just not do anything at all. And that's when you know you need to move. Two, start becoming okay with delayed gratification. We are a society that is quite literally addicted to dopamine. We want something fast. That's why all these supplement commercials and, big pharma giving you antibiotics when you're sick, like they crush it, bro. They're making so much money off you guys because your brain is hardwired to want something now. The reward centers in our environment now, between the phones, the technology, things working so fast, has short circuited our brain to only want things now. And if something doesn't come now, we don't want it and we don't work towards it. But the most rewarding things in life are the things you worked hard for and long for. And so you may think you need something now, you need it now, but most of the time you're not even in the energy or in the headspace to be able to maintain that thing. If I gave someone who was 50 pounds overweight with a sugar addiction, fast food addiction, I wave a magic wand and I got 50 pounds off their body, well, they still have all these habits. They're not going to the gym, they're addicted to sugar, they're eating fast food. So even if I waved the magic wand and made her lose 50 pounds, she would gain it back in only a few months again because the habits and the behaviors haven't changed. Her energy hasn't changed to maintain this new higher level self. So I know they always say, like, it's not about the end result, it's about the journey. And you were like, oh, shut the fuck up. We just want the end result. Just give me the $1 million. It is about the journey. Your behaviors have to change. Your energy has to change in order for you to sustain that thing that you want so badly. There's people that win the lottery, millions and millions of dollars, and they lose it all like this. They go out and they buy the Lamborghini and they buy the dream house, and they're not in the energy, they're not in the embodiment of the person who knows how to keep and grow that money. So most of the lottery winners actually lose all their money and end up in crippling debt. So be okay with delayed gratification. It's meant to protect you, not to hurt you. It's not meant to make you throw in the towel. It's meant to teach you. There's so many girls that, again, come into my fitness program, and one thing I tell them: work's gonna get busy, life's gonna happen, your Uncle Fred's gonna die. Like, things are gonna happen. I know that was a little morbid, but things are gonna happen, and they're not meant to throw you off the course. Although it will weed 90% of people out. People cannot take things happening and them staying the course. They use every excuse as a reason to throw in the towel. When things get hard, you fight your way through. You will be better, you will be more resilient, and you will be the person that gets to sustain all the things you end up getting. The biggest transformations are not going to be the ones being sold on a 3-week basis, or get this transformation with the supplement in 10 days. Those aren't the biggest transformations. So be okay with rewards not coming in right away. And the funny part is like, once you start moving, you almost feel better in an instant. And so although I'm saying be okay with delayed gratification, you'll feel better almost instantaneously when you start doing that thing that you've been pushing off for so long. Number 3, it's the day you plant the seed is not the day you harvest. This pretty much piggybacks off of delayed gratification, but it's really important. They talked about this in church, that you understand when you plant a seed, you have to water it. You have to give it sunlight in order for a seed to turn into a beautiful mango tree that bears fruit. There's time. From the moment you plant the seed to the moment you bear the fruit, there's a lot of time. There are seasons that go by. A lot of us are stuck in a season of not seeing the stem form or not seeing our plant flower, and we immediately take ourselves out of our pot and go and try to repot us somewhere else. Oh, this pot must not be good enough or big enough, let me go repot somewhere else. Oh, but this spot I'm not getting enough sunlight, so you move pots, and before you know it, you're seeing everyone else flower around you, flourish around you. You see people going and picking their mangoes, yet you're stuck in the same spot month after month, year after year. You're moving around too much. Stay the course. The biggest transformations happen with consistency and time. I cannot express that enough. Number 4, you're going to need discipline. You're going to need routines. I did a whole YouTube video. It's like 10, 15 minutes long on straight up discipline. Why it's making you ugly, why it's keeping you from everything you want. Motivation is a feeling. It comes and goes. Sometimes you feel motivated, sometimes you're not. Most of our society only waits till they feel motivated to do something. Easter egg, you're not going to feel motivated to do something you weren't doing before. In order to get the life that you want, the body that you want, it's going to require discipline. And discipline is taking action no matter how you feel. You can be happy, sad, mad, angry, tired, exhausted, and you still take action. Because people who are disciplined not only respect themselves greatly, but they know that their feelings are going to change. And if they rely on their feelings, they're never going to have the things they want. They take action no matter how they feel. Want this body that someone else has. They're lean, they have juicy glutes and beautiful quads, and they look so good in their clothes. They're radiating confidence. Other people are looking up to them, think they're so amazing and they're so great. But those people went to the gym tired. Those people went to the gym after an 8-hour workday. Those people didn't make excuses for not getting something done. Those people, if they skipped gym sessions during the week because work was crazy, they went on the weekends before their weekend plans. It doesn't take great sacrifice, it just takes some discipline to have the things you want. And some people think like, oh, it's just too much sacrifice to have those things, so I'm just not gonna do them. It's really not that much sacrifice as much as you would think. Greatest joy is actually going to come from a season of working hard, being consistent, and being disciplined. So stop giving in to the short term dopamine. I want you guys to rewire your brains for long term joy. Dopamine comes and goes and it crashes, and you feel most of the time worse about yourself. I want you guys to have joy. Like you were stepping into your highest timeline, your highest self, and you're excited. Like, oh my God, I never thought I could be this person. Like, if you put me back in my inner child right now, I would literally cry. I'm literally gonna cry right now. I would think I was the coolest person. I would be so ecstatic because the version of me now sets boundaries with people. She's picky about her time. She's picky about who she lets in. She only dates high value people. She manifests instantly. Like all her desires come to her because she feels worthy. The younger version of me would think I was the freaking coolest. And that lights me up sometimes. And I want you guys to feel that. I want you guys to be like, wow, I became a version of myself I didn't even know was possible because I took imperfect action, because I waited in a season of drought and a season of rain until I can harvest all this fruit. Because when you're harvesting, I promise, people's heads are turning. People are asking you what you did. People are wondering. And you were like, where were you all fall and winter and spring? I was working. I was doing things behind the scene, and you're just seeing the fruit. And those same people that are asking you what you're doing, they're looking for something quick to catch up. They're like, ooh, let me try this Ozempic. Let me try this supplement on TikTok shop. Like they're itching for a quick plan, a quick transformation so they can catch up, but those people fall flat on their face. The one percenters will rise. The people that have faith, the people that have discipline, and the people that have enough love for themselves to do the things that they know that are good for them no matter how they feel. You just have to have non-negotiables, these habits that you know are going to get you to your end goal, that you do no matter how you feel before you go to bed. And even if you make it miserable as fuck for yourself to hit, you do it no matter what, because your brain will learn. If you make something miserable for yourself, your brain will never want to be in that position again. You may do that 2, 3, 4 times, and eventually you're gonna be like, enough of this. I've had enough. Your brain's gonna be like, oh, this bitch is doing this stuff regardless. So we might as well do it when it's more pleasant for us. So then you start getting stuff earlier in the day instead of right before bed at 10 p.m. when you're tired. And the second part of that is really routines, like having routine structure. I am all about new. I tell everyone you need to do one new thing a day. It helps rewire new circuitry in your brain for you to change your current programming. Take a new walking path. Don't walk the same path every day. Or try a new workout. Go to a new workout class. Like do something new. Do something to pattern interrupt. I don't want your day to look like the same day every single day. You have to pattern interrupt. But having routines, especially in the morning, to get yourself in a high vibrating mood where you feel good, because that ends up setting the tone for the rest of your day, and an evening routine that sets you up for success. Like you're writing down what needs to get done the next day, you're reading before bed instead of scrolling on your phone to put your body into a parasympathetic nervous system state so you get an amazing 8 hours of sleep. You're journaling or doing shadow work and really like developing a relationship with yourself and working through some of the things that are stumping you in day-to-day life. Setting your mood in the morning is the most important things you will do. Yet I see so many people rushing through their morning routine, stress, they look like crap, and they wonder why their day at work sucks. They can't eat lunch because they're so stressed, their body's in fight or flight from the morning. They're just throwing the whole self off, and then they wonder how people are getting a six pack. It's like because those people spent the nighttime prepping lunch for work, okay? Those people woke up and gave them enough time to eat breakfast, go for a walk, set their mood, dress up nice for work. They got their work done in a smaller amount of time than you did because they felt more productive. They had more energy because they're eating all of this food and got sunlight in the morning and rehydrated in the morning. Like, this is a night and day person, yet they have the same hours. And my last tip, number 5, and if you're still here, like, please hit that subscribe button. I just started my YouTube back up. Do the subconscious reprogramming. My favorite avenues for this are EFT tapping, subliminals. Subliminals are pretty much like things laid underneath a music track and your subconscious brain picks it up. So I have one on my page for glowing up. I pretty much did over 50 affirmations to help you glow up, like you feeling really good about yourself, confident, your skin glowing, your hair flourishing. And I think it's like 30 minutes long. I listen to it when I shower, when I'm getting ready in the morning and doing my makeup. And it's just like rainstorms. Like, it's so easy to listen to, and it's like food for your subconscious brain. I also listen to these while I sleep. So I look up on YouTube whatever I feel like I need, whether it's like abundance financially, whether it's confidence, self concept. I've been doing a stress reduction. EFT tapping is just tapping in the nervous centers to shift your energy. I've been obsessed with this lately because even one round of EFT tapping will completely shift my energy. And I have a couple of videos of that on my TikTok. I can bring them here if you guys are interested in having some YouTube videos where you can EFT tap in the morning. But I pretty much will sit there and remove the block of whatever I'm feeling. Like, I feel unworthy and I feel like I'm never going to get past this. And sometimes I get stressed because I'm just wondering where I'm going to feel worthy enough and da da da. And then you go and tap in all the good stuff. Like, I am worthy. I was created by God, and there's no reason for me to feel unworthy. Even if other people have treated me as if I'm unworthy, I just know that they're a reflection of me and my old energy. And I'm ready to step into my highest timeline where I feel good about myself. And oh my God, guys, it gets you going so much. And just having that dialogue with yourself and clearing that energy is how you're going to really see massive breakthroughs and massive shifts. It's super exciting stuff. And the next thing would be not reacting to your 3D. So when you're constantly in a state of reacting to the things you don't want in your current reality, in the current present moment, it creates like a nervous system response where, again, it puts you in fight or flight. And that anxious energy, that anger, the resentment, the impatience, that creates you stuck in the same loop of repeating the same stuff back to you that you're currently experiencing. And so we need to break that, because if you're saying you want this and you're visualizing this greater life and you're doing the habits every day to step into this version of yourself and you're so excited, but then you get a parking ticket and you freak the fuck out for the rest of the day, like, that's your predominant energy. And so doing nervous system work, like just like big belly breathing to put your body back into a parasympathetic state and to, again, go back to EFT tapping and clearing that energy will immediately start pivoting you. And so I want to introduce you guys to pivoting. So when you feel this type of way, when you want to react to your current 3D bills coming in, whatever, you start counting all the actual abundance you have in your life. You bring your body back into a parasympathetic nervous system and you shift the way you feel as fast as you can. Sometimes, like, guys, I take this pretty seriously. If I'm in a really icky place, I'll just go take a nap and restart my whole day. Even if it's 20 minutes, everyone has 20 minutes. Just, you need to shift your day, because your predominant energy is what creates your predominant reality. So I'm not saying if you feel bad, you're constantly creating bad, but what you want to do is break that before it turns into day after day after day, because you will build momentum with how you feel. So if you have a couple thoughts, that builds momentum and turns into emotion. If you start to have these unworthy thoughts because your friend said something to you, and now you're starting to feel the feelings that come after feeling those unworthy thoughts and those emotions, then it spirals day after day and builds you into this whole funk, into this whole rut you can't get out of. You can do the same thing with positive momentum and feeling good as well. And so we want to shift that energy as soon as it comes up and be in a constant state of pivoting and shifting so we can get to the reality we want to get to. You guys are going to kill it in 2025. I'm so excited to bring you more videos like this because it's truly my favorite thing to talk about. So thank you guys for staying and watching my YouTube video, and I'll see you guys next Tuesday. Bye.